Hi. Okay, so I just want to share a note about day 2. What do I do if I don't have a juicer? Oh no, the whole diet's ruined, I can't do it. No, that's not the case. So if you don't have a juicer, for those of you who don't have a juicer and you can only afford one appliance, don't get the Instant Pot because you can do things on the stove or the oven. Don't get the juicer because the most important one to get in order of 1, 2, 3 is the Vitamix or the high-speed blender. So get your blender, then get your Instant Pot and get your juicer. Those are the 3 that you need. But if you only have a blender, then we're gonna make juice with blender. So don't say, oh, I can't do the juice, I can't do it. You can still make the bone broth. So go ahead and make the bone broth. And for the juice, take all the vegetables that you can juice. So you can't juice a banana, you can't juice, an avocado, you can't, there's a lot of, you don't juice berries, there's a lot of things that you don't. So we're not making a smoothie here. We're still using the same vegetables that we would if we had a juicer. So we're using the celery, the cucumber, we're using all the greens, we're using a little bit of ginger, lemon, apple to sweeten, and of course, then we're doing carrot and beet juice. So, by the way, this is the way my green juice came out. This is one of them, I've already been drinking it. And here's the way that green milk came out, the green nut juice. If you feel like you want to put it in tomorrow's recipe, then go ahead and just stay with the straight juice and bone broth. But if you need a little bit today, go ahead and have it. Otherwise, you can use this in your smoothie recipe tomorrow. So, back to the problem if you don't have a juicer. So you take all the same amount, you might have to blend it twice. You take them, you chop them down a little bit finer, you put them in your Vitamix or your high-speed blender, you fill it with water and you blend. And then you do it again and you blend. You do it again and you blend until all that same amount of pile of greens is done. Now you have one of 2 options. You can just drink it the way it is. You're going to get the fiber. It's going to kind of be like a smoothie, although we're not having any kind of things that I would normally put in a smoothie, like berries or something to cream it up, coconut milk, healthy fats like avocado. We're just having that, so it would be like a juice, but we are gonna get the fiber. So if that's all you have time for and if that's all you can do, then go ahead and drink it. You haven't failed. Drink it and you're still on this diet, and do everything else the same. Same with the carrots, cut them up a little finer, put the water in the Vitamix, blend it up, and drink it until if you have a high-speed blender, it will really, if you let it blend for a long time, it will get into liquid. So if you want to solve the problem of the fiber, you take a strainer or a nut milk bag or a strainer, anything, you put a bowl underneath it, you pour the juice through the strainer, it will catch all the fiber, and then you can just drink the liquidy juice. So that is the second best option, and the third best option is just to blend it and drink it with the fiber in it. But I just want to clarify, if you don't have a juicer, it's not an excuse to quit. You can buy a juicer on Amazon. Lots of people have deals on juicer. You can maybe find one secondhand. There's a lot of people who buy juicers and then figure out that they're not going to use them. So you can a lot of times find them secondhand if you're looking on Craigslist or Kijiji or eBay or whatever. So anyway, or just kind of like a buy and sell site or whatever. So go ahead and don't give up. If you don't have a juicer, you're still on the diet, you're going to only take the vegetables that I showed you, and instead of juicing them, you're going to blend them and then strain them. That's the second best that we can get to juice in that situation. Or if you don't have time for that, if there's a day where you do have a juicer but you just can't get to your juicer because you were in such a rush and you didn't plan the night before or whatever, then just throw them all into the blender, blend them and drink them as is, and just supplement that with a lot extra water and bone broth, and you can't fail. So go ahead and still do it anyway.